I'm in the heart of Vancouver here in Canada, a concrete and glass jungle with lots of traffic. And like most people, I didn't come to Canada to spend time in the middle of a city. The reason you come to Canada is to see the nature, to see the outdoors. So I went on Google to see what I could do outdoors near Vancouver, and the Capilano suspension bridge was the main thing that kept coming up. But it cost 75 Canadian dollars for an entrance ticket. So I thought, well, what else can I do? And I found another suspension bridge that is free. So behind me is the waterfront station, the old Canada Pacific headquarters. We're going to take a ferry and a bus to get to another suspension bridge that should be a lot quieter and free. Importantly, it is free. So I'll take you with me. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in learning about, then yeah, stick around and keep watching, and we'll see what it's like, and I'll tell you more when we get there. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Joe, and I have been a travel writer for well over 15 years. I'm proud to have worked with the likes of BBC Travel, National Geographic, folders, airlines, hotels and tourist boards around the world. I'm exploring the world one unique experience after another, getting lost along the way, and I'm now taking you with me. So I hope you enjoy exploring with me as we explore the world together. The waterfront station here, just outside of the main downtown area of Vancouver, was built in 1914 as the Pacific terminus for the Canadian Pacific Railway's transcontinental passenger trains over to Montreal, Quebec and Toronto. Once you've got your ticket, you can walk through the barriers and down a really long tunnel bridge over to the dock where the boats wait for passengers. And when I say long, it took me about 15 minutes to get down to the dock, down this picturesque tunnel, down the steps, and then down to the boats. So I bought a day pass for this journey to the place we're going. It cost me $11.95. I'll talk you through the actual costs when we get there, but we've got to get the sea bus from here on central Vancouver over to Lonsdale Quay. So once you're over the gang bridge onto the boat, there are no assigned seating. This is a public ferry. I walked all the way to the back of the boat to see if I could find somewhere a bit quieter, away from the loud engines and away from the bulk of the passengers. When I got to the other side, it was in the end actually busier than anywhere I'd walked past. The seats are not particularly comfortable, but you're only on this boat for a couple of minutes, so it's not too bad. So I went and sat down and waited for the off. So when you disembark the boat on Lonsdale Quay, the bus terminal is literally connected. So I got this bus over to the suspension bridge, and it remained quite empty all the way through its journey. We got off at the next to last stop. So I've just taken the bus number 228 for about 30 minutes from the water bus port here on the North Vancouver side of Vancouver. It's significantly colder here, and there's a lot of snow and ice on the road. I'm on my way to a place called Lynn Valley, which is probably a 10-minute walk, 15-minute walk from the bus stop. I'm hoping I can actually get there. It's going up quite a steep hill, but there seem to be really nice houses around here. It's an upmarket part of Vancouver, suburb I think. Lots of nice SUVs and 4x4 cars. But the reason I'm coming to the Lynn Valley Canyon and not going to the Capilano suspension bridge, as I said when we were in central Vancouver, it costs $75 for a one-day ticket to Capilano. But there's a free direct transfer from near the Fairmont Hotel in central Vancouver to Capilano. Here you've got to get the water bus over to North Vancouver, and then a bus to this bit, and then you've got to walk. But that cost me just over 11 Canadian dollars, and I can use the ticket all day on any public transport in Vancouver. I'm out of breath. We're going up quite a steep hill, a really steep hill, and it doesn't help that it's really icy and snowy. I think I'm going the right way here. There was a sign pointing to a black squirrel. The change from the city landscape in central Vancouver. Like I said earlier, you don't come to Canada to stand in a city and watch cars going past. And it's supposed to be really scenic, but not a lot of tourists come here. It's mainly locals. So I'll see if I can make it to the Lynn Valley Canyon, and then I'll see you there, and we'll see what it's like together. We are definitely getting into rural part of Vancouver here. Huge fir trees or spruce trees. Tell me which one it is. Oh, and a really steep hill with a sheet of ice to walk on. Oh good. It is really slippery, and it's just started to snow as well. But this is what I came to Canada for. This is real nature. The Capilano Suspension Bridge Park is surrounded by suburbs of Vancouver, really. This is a lot more rural. So apparently the suspension bridge here is closed for maintenance, which is great. I'm going to have to go a different way to find another bridge that's here. Well, you know you're in rural Canada when you have to have a sign telling you that a black bear has been sighted. This must be one of the places where they come to hibernate. So if you see a black bear, let me know in the comments. Hopefully I read the comments before the black bear gets me. I don't know where I can go now, everything seems to be closed. These steps are incredibly slippery. But this feels like really rural Canada, and it was only in total probably about 45-50 minute journey from central Vancouver and all the skyscrapers. So it's just started to snow quite heavily. The stairs are covered in snow. Shall we risk it? Shall we go down those steps into the thick forest where there might be a black bear? We might be eaten by a black bear. It was amazing to be stood here, just surrounded by untouched wilderness, snow, ice, the cold chill of the winter air blowing on my face, and hardly any people, which is hard to find when you've just come from a big city like Vancouver. So there are some absolutely moronic children swinging up and down on the bridge that's supposed to be closed. So once they've gone, we'll go for a walk down it. So this is exactly what you want to see when you're going on a rickety bridge. 37 people have died here and the bridge is closed, but people are on the bridge. You can just about see it from here in the distance. Shall we brave the bridge? It seems to be a little bit quieter now, and a big clump of snow has just fallen off a tree down the back of my coat, so I'm now cold. I was not expecting the bridge to be this high up. There's a crashing waterfall at one side and then just endless trees and a fast flowing river at the other. This is what you come to Canada for. So that was the canyon bridge that's supposedly closed. Now I seem to have gone off the trail and I'm in the middle of somewhere snowy and cold, just surrounded by huge trees. There aren't any signs or anything. So I might be genuinely stuck in the middle of nowhere in Canada here. I better just keep walking and see where I end up. Otherwise, I might freeze to death. So I am walking along the Baden-Powell Trail here in Lynn Canyon. It's kind of a marked trail, although a lot of it are not. It's just wilderness for as far as you can see. And this apparently goes to something called a 30-foot pool. I'm assuming it's like a waterfall or something. The information on the internet is quite sparse, which I guess suggests why it's not on the big tourist trail like the Capilano suspension bridge is. Well, let's just keep walking through the cold, snowy landscape here and see what we come across. I've just fallen on some really slippery ice, and I've cut my hand quite badly. So there's now some white snow that's now got red in it. I think before I fall over the edge into the canyon, I should probably retrace my steps and try to get back into central Vancouver so I can change my damp clothes from falling in the snow and clean my hand out properly before I get an infection or something. We knew this might happen, but I was fine. I've got grippy shoes on. It's just one bit that was on a really steep slope. I fell. So I think I need to get back. Yeah, not the best ending to the visit to this the Lynn Canyon, but let's see if I can get back. I'm heading back the way I came to see if I can find the bus stop to get me back to the sea bus terminal and then over to the main bit of Vancouver. My hand is really sore and my ankle feels sore as well. Somebody walked past and said, "ICA." I said, "Yeah, usually these shoes are fine in the ice." And she said, "You're in Canada now," and then just walked off. So I'm not seeing the friendly Canadians that everyone jokes about. Let's see if we can walk up this icy hill. We got down it fine. See if we can walk up and then get the bus. It's also becoming a lot more slippery. It was a lot busier when I was going back to Vancouver than when I came here. It turns out the Invictus Games were taking place in central Vancouver on this day, and everyone was wearing bright yellow ponchos, jumpers and bright yellow hats. When I got on board, it was standing room only. There were no seats available. Luckily it's a short journey, so it wasn't too bad. So I eventually made it back to the hotel here in Vancouver. I have a cut on my hand now. My back of my leg is bruised and I've got a tear in my T-nose. But it was quite a good couple of hours, even if I am battered and bruised. What do you think of Lynn Canyon? Would you go there instead of the Capilano Canyon? Remember, the one I went to was absolutely free, other than the $11 transport ticket. I could still have fallen at the Capilano one. It was icy and snowy, so I'm not going to write it off because of that. Have you been to both of them? Which was your favourite? Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks all for watching.